Hello everyone, Glenda Mollet here, and I'm in my craft room stamping with you tonight. We're going to make this beautiful card. I'm just going to get my computer set up here so I can monitor the comments. There we go. And there we are. Okay, now we just have to wait for the peeps to show up. And then we can get going on this gorgeous double box fold card using the Blackberry Beauty Suite. Now, before I get started, I just want to, hello everyone. Oh, okay, why are the comments not coming through? That is just weird. Because I know there's comments. I can see them on my phone, but I can't see them on my computer. There we are. Oh, hello, Jean. And oops, be quiet, woman. There. Hi, Jean and Connie and Yvonne. Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining me. So before I get started, I want to let you know that there's a sale happening on Wednesday. And every stamp set in the catalog that is made out of the cling rubber is on sale. So when you look at a stamp set down here, it will tell you what kind it is. This one is photopolymer, so that's sweet as a peach. It is not on sale. Let me find one. There's one. So from all of us, right here it says cling. That's the kind that's on sale. So 15% off of the retail price, whatever that is. Now, only for 24 hours. Hi, Sharon. Hi, Carmen. So I put the details up in my Facebook group and my page with a link to a list that is sorted by page numbers. So you can get your catalog out and go through it one by one. And you're not going to want to miss my weekly update tomorrow morning. It's time for the November newsletter. Yep, it's coming out, flying in hot and heavy into your inbox tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. I think it's 8 a.m. Hi, Janet. I think it's 8 a.m. I can't really remember. I think I did 8 a.m. Okay, so let me just check my list. I think I did this card 4187. Okay, so I have a recipe for this card. I will put it in the comments. And I'll just put the P. There we go. Hopefully that's going to, whoops, that's not going to work. Shoot. Oh yeah, it will. Okay, so there it is. So there's the recipe for this card. And I'm going to copy. This is the supply list. Come on. Now, oh, look at that. It did. I thought it did both of them. There, so let me just remove that because that's not part of the recipe. Okay, so there's the recipe. And did it post? I don't know where these things go, honest to goodness. There's the supply list for it, if you're wondering. It's also, if you're watching this on my YouTube channel, it'll be the recipe and the supply list will be in the description of the video. Okay, business over. We're going to create a double box fold card, which is a really fun fold, and I've done it a couple of times. But I had a request the other day how to heat emboss. So this has got some heat embossing. So I'll do a little step-by-step tutorial for you, a quick one on how to heat emboss. And we're going to use the Blackberry Blackberry Beauty stuff. So I have cut this one out in polished pink. Somebody said to me the other day, polished pink is not my favorite color. Now, when I hear something like that, you know, I want to take it as a challenge. So I've been using it, but I also wanted to use this beautiful piece of the designer paper that has polished pink in it. So that's why we're doing polished pink. And I've used some bits out of the ephemera pack as well. Okay, so envelope, card base is 4 1/4 by 9 3/8, and then it's scored at 3/8, 1 3/8, 2 7/8, and 3 7/8. And then another piece that is 5 1/8 by 3 1/4, and it is scored at 3 3/3 and 4 3/4. Okay, so that's what makes the box parts. Have some gold stuff for the back. Now, I just cut this out and I haven't had time to cut anything out of it. But if you wanted to, you could. I did bring my stitch rectangle dies. And I'm going to die cut that out of the middle of it because, you know, you cover it up anyways, so why not cut the middle out and use it? And I actually remembered my, machine. I don't remember what it's called, but I did remember it. Oh my God, it's been one of those days. Okay, it's some designer paper. The gold foil is 5 1/4 by 4. And then the basic white to go on top of it is 5 1/8 by 3 7/8, and that goes on the back. This card doesn't have an opening, but you know, you could add on an extra piece on the back. We should try it, see if we could do that. If I took 5 1/2 or 4 1/4 by, what's 5 1/2 by 6. Let's see if we could do that. If I cut a piece 4 1/4 by 6, there, 4 1/4 by 6. Now, if I take it and use my scoreboard, let's get everything out of the way here. Use my scoreboard to score it at 1/2 inch. Then there is no reason why you couldn't fold this over. Fold that over and then attach it on the back like that and make it an opening card. And then this part would go on here. So we'll do that. Oh, except that I did the wrong color. Dumb. I forgot I was using polished pink tonight instead of that. So if we have time, I'll do that because I do want to show you something new that's coming out in November. Okay, this card doesn't take a long time to do, so we will have time. And I have some of the gold shimmer ribbon. Now, this is currently out of stock and not available. What is chamfer your edges? Sorry, Connie. I don't know what that word is supposed to be. I'm trying to read through the lines. And I have a long piece of paper that I should have cut down to size, but I will do that. Okay, so here we go. Put those off to the side. Cut the corners. Oh, yes. What she's talking about is here in the corners, you just kind of miter them a bit so that when you put it together, they don't stick out. So I'm going to do the foldy part first, and then I just want to get those out of the way so I don't lose them. So everything gets folded to the middle the same way. 1, 2, 3, and I've already folded the one in the center, and then it's going to go like this, and that's one of your boxes. So what Connie was talking about, hi Jean, did I say hi Jean already? Is just mitering those corners a little tiny bit, because that stops them from sticking out. And then the other piece, I'm going to do my foldy part. And miter those corners as well. Now you don't have to do this step, but it just finishes it off a little bit better. There we go. Okay. So on the front, we are going to add this piece of Blackberry Beauty Designer Paper that is 4x4. And I'm going to lay it right there before we do any of this, because when this folds over, that's going to tuck underneath. Okay, let's get stuff out of the way. Find my adhesive here. So did everybody have a good weekend? I went to Powell River yesterday to do a class that was scheduled for last October and last November. That's how long it's taken us to be able to get together to stamp in person. So that class has now been complete. My snowflake class and the poinsettia class. This is called a double box fold, Jean. So I'm so glad to get that out of the way, because, you know, I'm one of those OCD people that has to have everything finished and cleaned up. And it was bothering me that I had this class that I hadn't been able to do. So we sat around. We didn't move. The ladies were not allowed to move. They had to wear their masks when they had to go to the washroom, which was the only reason they could get up and move. Okay, so this one is going to go on this section here. And they brought their own lunches, and which was weird because we usually do a potluck. So it was a little bit different, but it's okay. It happened, it's over, and it's done with. We don't have to worry about it anymore. Okay, so now I'm going to put adhesive on that and make that. This is your first box. So I have some tear and tape here. Just add that to my lip. And of course it's too long. So I'm just going to take the liner off of it, and then I'll fold that back over on itself. Try to keep it away from folding over. And then I'm going to fold it back, because when I put it on here, you want it to lay like flat like that, so you have it folded on the second fold. So there, that's the second fold there, and just tuck it under and lay it down and attach it really good. There we go. Oh, yeah, we had rain, Jean. Lots and lots and lots of rain again. And today it was fall cold, but oh my good Lord, our leaves are all yellows and oranges, and it's absolutely stunning out there in my gully. And of course I was watching Mummy and 2 baby deer ki-yi around my yard today. Oh, that's what now I remember what I used the inside for. So let me get this cut out. I do these cards so far in advance that I forget what I'm doing. But now I remember. Oh, hi, Marlene. Well, good, Jean. I'm glad that I can show you something you haven't seen before. So I'm going to keep this because this is what I'm going to layer underneath this one on the inside. There, put this away. So now I'm going to take this piece and get my paper trimmer. And I'm going to cut this gold down to 3.5 by 3. So first I'm going to cut off one end and one side. And then I'm going to line this up at 3.5. Cut that stitched off, and then this goes at 3. And there I have the piece to layer underneath this piece of designer paper to go on the front. Now, isn't that cool? I'm telling you, I'm getting... Now, if I wanted to, I could take... That one's a little bit too big. I could take another stitch rectangle, cut that out. Let's see if this one will fit. There, I'll cut 2 more rectangles out of that because in reality, you don't need a full sheet underneath there. And maybe on Friday night, when we do the collaboration with, I think it's with this bundle. I think that's this Friday. I kind of lost track of what I'm doing here. Yep. So Friday night, we're going to do a collaboration with this. And maybe we'll use those pieces that I just die cut in the card. You never know. Oh, I haven't even had a chance to look and see what's on sale, Jean. I've been busy doing my social media posts all day, and then Stamping Up announced the sale. So then I had to go and set my posts up for that. And then I discovered that the list, I don't know how they sorted it. It completely did not make sense to me. So I figured if it didn't make sense to me, it's not going to make sense to any of you. So then I took my time to redo it and turn it into an Excel spreadsheet that's by page number. So I haven't had a chance to look and see what's going to be on sale. Have you got a list, Jean? Okay, so now I'm going to take this. I'm going to get my mat here because it's sticking to my paper. I'm going to, first of all, figure out which way I want it on my front. Guess it doesn't matter. They're both the same. I'm going to wrap this around and tie a knot. Try to get it to lay down. Gotta pull this one a little bit further. And I've got adhesive on the back here now, so it's a little bit more difficult. Yes, all of the cling stamp sets. It is, which is cool because that gives us lots of choices. Okay, come on. Apparently I'm not challenged today. I haven't even had Oh, I did some stamping today. Our seniors group that I've been volunteering at for the past 15, 16 years now is starting to get back together again. So I'm just going to pull this nice and tight and then find my ribbon scissors. And we're starting up on Wednesday, so I had to create a card for us to do. We gather and they make one card, but of course I have to get all the kits ready. And I couldn't do that until this week when we made sure that everything was going to go ahead. But I don't know if anybody else has had a chance to look at what's on sale either. Okay, so now I'm going to line my ribbon up because I'm anal retentive that way. And put a little bit over top of this to hold it in place. Come on. And then get some adhesive on the rest of it. Oh. Oh, what is light-hearted lines? Have to look at that one. I don't know that one off the top of my head. Let's have a look. Going to go to my index and go to L, light-hearted lines on page 31. Oh, that one. Oh, nice. Don't grow up, it's a trap. I hate to break it to you, but you're stuck with me, friends, forever. Plot twist. I love it. That is cool. You know, the sayings ones, when I'm looking at a catalog, I kind of slough right over them. Okay, so I'm putting this on the front, and I want my fold to be to the right, and I'm going to line this up to the left. Like that. There we go. Okay, so now I am ready to put some adhesive on the flap. Oh yeah, last one was too long. This one's too short. I am too, but you know, when I look at a catalog, I'm more interested in the images than the sentiments, and I don't know why. But I really love the fact that they're giving us all of the cling stamp sets on sale. Usually when a sale like this happens, it's an indication that which ones are going to retire. But this year, no, because they can't put the photopolymer stamps on sale because they're low on the product that makes photopolymer stamps. So that's why it's only cling. Okay, so now when I flatten this out like this, you line it up with this edge of your card. So I've got that. And I'm not worried about this because I don't have any adhesive on this side yet, so it doesn't matter. Now, you can put it right at the bottom, or you can put it wherever you want. But if you don't put it right at the bottom, it's not going to stand up on itself unless you have 2 layers in the back, because it has to offset the heaviness on the front, otherwise it will tip. But if you don't want to put 2 layers or that extra piece that we're putting on this one, then just put it right down to the bottom. It'll stand up. Okay, so I'm going to line this up with this edge. Can you see that? And I'm going to put it up a little ways. I like them up off the bottom, and I'm putting the pieces on the back anyways. Get my finger out of there and push it down. And you can turn it over and attach it. Now, this is going to line up with that, like that. So I'm just going to take my pencil and put a little bit of a line there so I know where to put my adhesive. I don't want to go on this side of that line, or it's going to I'm going to make my card not open. It's going to stick it all together. So just a little bit of adhesive on that side. And I'm going to close it like this, close it like that, and lay it on there. And that's how easy that fold is. There I have my double box fold with its nice pleated corners. Now this one, you see those corners a little bit more than you do with the dark one. Someone said that the Christmas tag kit is unorderable. I ordered last week for my granddaughter to make with me. Oh, nice. Yeah, I haven't been in there looking at what's unorderable today. Okay, so now we've got all that. And I've got this is from the ephemera pack, and I thought I'd put the sentiment on that. But then I have these pieces that look fun, and I think we should use them. Just put them here, like that. I hope you can't hear the conversation that's happening in my other room. Okay, that goes there. And then we'll just tuck this one in. Oh, I don't like that one sideways. Oh, maybe. There. There we are. And then I'll pop this up. But these ones are going to be flat. I should have put them on before I put the ribbon on, but you know, I didn't. So we got to deal with it. Okay. Get some glue dots on this puppy. Can put one under that leaf. Got to be careful where I'm putting them so they don't show. One under that leaf. And thank goodness they made the leaves wide. And one here. There we go. Okay, so let's slide this one in under here. Oh, wait. Oh, that's the one that goes this way. Hello, my name is Blondie, apparently. There. Maybe I should have put glue dots on them. Okay. I'm going to use glue dots on these ones. And then I'll do the back while they're drying. Okay, maybe I'm going to use glue dots on them. This is what happens when I wing it. I don't know what I'm doing. Gotta unplug my Tombow. There we are. Sometimes it just takes a little bit of persuasion with a pin. Uh-oh, now it's coming out too fast. It's going to pop a little bit on the back of that one. And a little bit on the back of this one. So that, and let it dry so that they sit down too. There we go. So now we'll put that off to the side to dry. Where's my scissors so I can pick it up without getting glue all over my fingers? Put that over there. Oh yeah, I got my paper pumpkin and I'm doing the unboxing tomorrow night, Jean, at 8 o'clock. I showed it Friday and that's it because I haven't had a chance to do anything else with it yet. Okay, thank you is going to go onto here. I'm hoping it's going to fit. Okay, let's just Versamark. So I've got Versamark and gold embossing powder. So you ink up your stamp with Versamark ink. Now this is a watermark ink that's really sticky, so it allows the embossing powder to stick to it, and then you stamp it where you want it, just like you do with ink. And then you have a little bit of time to get your embossing powder on it. not much, but you don't have to rush. Now I'm going to pick it up. And you can't see it because it's clear ink. And I'm just going to put my embossing powder over the top, and that's when it all becomes clear. Okay. Except that there's a lot of ink, or a lot of embossing powder stuck on there. There we go. Now, get my little itty bitty paintbrush. And I just got a little bit of excess right there. That is, oh, shoot. I just want to get rid of that little bit of excess that's right there. There we go. Okay. Now I'm going to close this up, because once I started my heat gun with my embossing powder open, it was not a pretty sight. Okay, so I'm going to hold it now with, if you've got tweezers, use your tweezers. I don't have tweezers here, so I'm just going to use my scissors. And hopefully I don't cut them. Okay. And you hold your heat gun still. You hold what you're embossing up in the air like that, and then you hold your heat gun still over top of it until you see some of it starting to turn. You can see it getting shiny there, and then you just walk it across like that. Make sure you get it all done. Now, what you don't want to do is take your heat gun and do this with it, because there's heating coils in there, and if you get them bopping around, you could break your heating coils, and that's the end of your heat gun. Okay, so there's the sentiment. Now the back, I'm going to get a piece of polished paint. And I'm going to cut it 4 1/4 by 6. Oh, that's not quite 6, but I'll make it, this is 4 1/4 by 5 7/8. Hello, child.
I got to conference with Colonel Chris Hatfield today.
You got to conference with Colonel Chris Hatfield today? The Colonel Chris Hatfield?
And he read out James and Cameron's questions online.
Oh my goodness.
500 people to hear.
Woo! Celebrities in the family.
Bye.
Bye. Oh gosh. Did you guys hear that? My local son has a job where he was able today to do a video conference call with the Colonel Hatfield. You know, the one that walked in space. That's exciting. Oh, anyways, this is 5 7/8 instead of 6. So I'm just, instead of making it a 1/2 inch, I'm only going to make it 3/8 of an inch. Then I'll still have my 5 1/2 for the back. So I will take this, I'll go to 5 1/2, and I will put the score line there. Okay. And put that down like that. Now bring my thing back in. I'm just going to remove this one because it's not quite dry yet. Oops. Stuck in my computer. There we go. Now it's stuck on my finger. And I'm going to push these ones down because they're good to go. There. Okay, so on the back, I'm going to attach this to this piece. So you are seeing live, in person, off the cuff, creating a different kind of a double box fold. Not everybody gets to see the creativity happening. Put my tear and tape on there. like that. And if you burnish it really good, it's easier to get the liner off when you want to get the liner off. There we go. Okay, now this is going to fit on there like that. Nope, on there like that. So if I lay it here, lay this down, I'm going to line up that fold line with the edge of my card. And I'm not going to push it down yet, just to make sure that I've got it in the right spot. Yeah. Okay, so another way you can do it is fold it over, line up the other end, line up this end, and put it down that way. I prefer to do it this way because then if that sticks over too much, I can always cut it off. So I'm just going to line this up again. Push that down. And there we go. Now we got a back end to our card. And of course it's not sitting down and playing nice in the sandbox. So give it a little persuasion there. There we go. So there's, I didn't want to miter the corners on this one. I probably should have, but I didn't. Oh well. There we go. It's gone. Oh, look at that. I folded that over. That sucks. Okay, so inside, I'm going to put this and this, but I want to do some stamping on it first. So this is what I'm going to do on the inside, not the back, because of course now we've changed the whole concept of the card, right? Okay, and I'm making a thank you card. So I have, this is from, so I used Thank You from Nature's Harvest. I used, I'm going to use this image from Time of Giving, and I'm using Much Gratitude from Heartfelt Wishes. Oops. It fell down and now I got goob. And knowing me, I'll end up with that all over my card. I'm just going to clean it off and we're going to start again. I love Blackberry Bliss. I think it's one of my favorite cards. Now this is, or colors. This is going to go right in the middle, right at the top. Like that. Oh, got a little bit of a smudge there. Oh well. That's life. Life sometimes is smudgy. All right, now I'm going to take my leaf image. I guess technically it's hay, but, or wheat or something. I just like it. I think it's pretty. So there we are. There's that corner. And while I'm at it, let's do the envelope. And we'll do it a little different. Just add a few more in there. Okay. We need this, and we need this, and I need this. The only problem with cutting these down is that when you put your adhesive around, it could be on the inside, and so putting your silicone mat underneath helps it to stop from sticking to your work's top. In my case, my grid paper. There we go. And just going to line this up on there like that. Flip it over. And add some adhesive to the back. Just like that. So starting in November, you guys are going to be able to order a brand new suite that is an early release from the January to June mini catalog that's coming out. Okay, so we're just going to put this on here. It's like we would for a regular card. There we go. We got our card. Isn't that cool? Oh, so excited. I love it when I come up with funky ideas to change things. Now this one, I'm just going to slide this under here, and haven't pushed it down yet because I'm not quite sure where I want it yet. But I think I'm going to want it a little further down here. Oops. There we go. Now we just have our sentiment to put on. Get the big ones out. Thank you. Thank you very much. We were talking about Elvis on the weekend. And there was people at our class that didn't like Elvis. How can you not like Elvis Presley's songs? So then, of course, we had to start singing them all. And at one time we had somebody join us that didn't like ABBA, so we had to start singing all the ABBA songs too while we were there. Great time we had at our thing in Powell River. There we go. That's it. There's a double box fold plus card. So the double box fold is this one. It's with 2 boxes. And then it has just the flat sentiment on the back. Or this one, I've retrofitted a card on the back of it. Now, if you wanted, you could put something over this to hide that. Because you can't get paper long enough to do it, because you would need 9 3/8 plus 5 1/2, so 14 7/8. And we don't have 14-inch paper, so that's why I couldn't do it all in one. Thanks, ladies. I like it. I like crafting with you. I like having fun. There we are. Okay. So now let me clean up my mess here, because I want to show you what's coming out in November. You probably have seen it. It's been out. A lot of people have it on their blogs already, but I hadn't shared it yet. So I thought, well, I'm going to be with them tonight. I'm going to share it with them. Show you all about it. So let's move these out of the way. And all my extra pieces that I'm saving. And I'll just bring it in. There we are. Now this is called Eden's Garden. See, I got it last week and I've only just opened it and haven't even had a chance to put it on my magnetic sheet like I usually do. So I'm going to get it. Get the magnetic sheet. And we'll put the dies on it. So the dies don't cut out any of the images, I don't believe. See, I haven't even processed it yet. No, they don't cut out any of the images. Okay, so hey, that's a good opportunity to remind you how to put your labels on your cling stamps. So this is an edge die. This is a label die. Now, let me know if you want me to do some die cutting with this, and we'll see what they look like. And this part makes wreaths. Now, they look square, but you don't have to make them square. all you have to do is cut them out and then cut a chunk out of the center and put them together and put a label over the top of it. You have a round wreath. I get them my magnetic sheets at the dollar store, Jean. We have a dollar store called Dollarama. It is a nice bundle, Carmen. And hello, Carmen. Okay, so do you want me to do some die cutting, or you just want to see what the products are? So those are the dies. This is the stamp set. Look at those fonts in that stamp set. Is that not? Look at this. Absolutely love that. And sending hugs. Oh, I love it. This is going to be fun to create with, which I haven't done yet, but I will. So the suite contains the stamp set, the dies, some gems, which I wasn't able to order with this because they weren't available yet, but they will be available, or they are available now, and mine should be in on, I don't know, probably Thursday or Friday. So I'll show you when I get them. Now these are called cotton paper. And it's kind of got, oops, I don't want to fold this under because I don't want it to attack my designer paper. It's kind of got a bit of a texture on it, like a cottony texture. The sheets are thin, like tissue paper. So they've got a texture and they're matte on one side, and then they're flat and shiny on the other side. And the color is soft succulent. You get 10 of these sheets in a package. They're all the same. All 10 sheets are the same. Get that out of the way. And then there's the designer paper. Oh la la. Now the colors in this are soft, succulent. Oh. They didn't put the colors on the back of the designer paper. Isn't that weird? It is, and it's the consistency of tissue paper, Jean. So soft, succulent, white, and gold, I do believe. Maybe some early or evening evergreen. Okay, so we have this sheet that has all those. I love how they've done the kind of a washed on the images. And splitches. You know me and splotches. I love me some splotches. And then the other side. Oh, that hurts the eyeballs. Good thing I wouldn't want to use that side. Just want to use this side. Okay, I have to be careful because I've got inked stamps here and I don't want to get it all over my paper. There we go. Move it. Okay, and then we have this one. And this is, once again, got the gold foiling in it. Oof. And the other side. Oh, look at the splotches on that. Oh, ladies, I'm so excited. Wow. Okay, so far so good, and I'm only 2 sheets in. Okay, oh, look at this one. Look at that lovely white background, and it's got splotches too. Liking this paper. Ooh, even that's pretty. I love this soft succulent color. It's really pretty. Okay, now we're getting into a little bit of evening evergreen in there. And there is gold foiling. There's little gold dots everywhere. Can you see those dots? I don't know whether I'm getting the light on them or not. So there's one side of that paper. Oh, look at that. It's ombre. Oh my goodness. So it goes from soft succulent to evening evergreen. Oh, look at the gold foiling in that sheet. And that's on evening evergreen. That's interesting. Not my favorite, but it has blotches, so at least it has some redeeming qualities. Would have been better if they had done just the blotches without the lines, but that's okay because that's the side I'll be using anyways. Oh, and there's the last sheet. Look at that, how gorgeous. So can you see in the background there, they've kind of got ghosted leaf images in the evening evergreen. It looks like they've done evening evergreen and then taken water and stamped it with water to lift off the color in behind there. Have you ever done that technique? I agree. It's gorgeous designer paper, Jean and Yvonne. It is. Have you ever done that technique where you've colored it all in and then you take your stamp and you put it in water and you stamp on top of the color and it lifts the color off and you get ghosting like that? I haven't done it in a long, long time. Hey, what's the other side look like? Cross hatches. Interesting. Oh. Okay. Love the paper. Love the dies. You guys never said whether you want me to die cut, so I guess we're not going to. I won't show you the die cuts then. But I will show you real quick how I put the labels on my stamp sets, because it's a little tricky. Okay, so I have the stamp. Take the protective liner off the back. Then I take my scissors and I go around the outside of the image. Now you don't have to be too fussy with this. I do this because I don't like my labels sticking out past the edge of my stamps. I find they start to curl when you do that with them. And they're always getting in my way and they're always getting dirty and it's just annoying. I did it to one stamp set and I swore I would never do it that way again. So I always, even back in the day when we had the labels for our cling stamps that weren't sticky like these ones are, and I never had my stamps fall off my blocks because I did this to them, and that leaves about 1/16 of an inch of this cling stuff all the way around the outside. And then if you keep your blocks clean and you keep the backs of your stamp sets clean, you don't have to worry about them falling off. That's for the old ones. These ones won't ever fall off. Okay, so now I need to get a block. Hang on. Hopefully this one will be big enough. So now, before you start taking the backing off, you want to put it onto your block. Because if you take that backing off, that's the super sticky, sticks like cement part, and it will never come off your block. You will be really disappointed. You'll have your label on your block forever. Okay, so then you just pick up the liner and pull it off. And then I kind of have a look, and there's those round bobbly things, so they're down in that corner. That just gives me somewhere to start to put this in. Now you just twist it till it lines up and you get it centered, and then you just drop the label onto your stamp, give it a good rub, and voila, perfect every time. See, and I don't know whether you can tell, this is where the label is. So on the old ones, I always had this 1/8 to 1/16 of an inch of the sticky stuff sticking out. So when I put it on there, they never fell off my blocks. Well, there you go. We've made a double box card with a twist. Showed you how to mount your labels on your stamps. You probably already know that because you're all seasoned stampers. And I showed you Eden's Garden. Now, Eden's Garden is going to be available to order, I'm thinking the 1st of November. Yep, around the 1st of November. And then if you don't get it now, you will not be able to get the designer paper when the new catalog starts. Just let me go into where I have my information so I can tell you exactly, because only part of it is going to be available in after supplies. Okay. Okay, so the designer paper, the cotton paper, and the garden gems, which I can't show you because I haven't got them yet. Those are only available during the pre-order while supplies last. So the only thing that will be in the catalog when it comes out is the dies and the stamp set. You won't be able to get the paper. So just be cognizant of that. That will happen. Oh, I guess I could have read that right on my flyer here. November the 2nd to January the 3rd. And then, of course, on January the 4th, that's when the new catalog comes out. So you'll be able to get this stuff in the catalog. The paper and the embellishments, you won't be. I'm hoping they have a lot more of this ordered than they did with the butterfly paper when they did the same thing to the butterfly paper. I think they learned their lesson. Okay, so there we are. There's our card for tonight. Well, hello, Ms. Betty de Groot. You want the whole suite? Let me get my list, get a paper out. I need something to write on. Betty. Eden's Garden. I can show you the stamp set, Jean. Absolutely I can, as soon as I find what I did with it. Let me get the cards out of the way. Okay, I got you down for one, Betty. So there's the stamp set. It's got some really good sentiments in it. And some lovely, these are going to be really cool on the inside. I like it. It's really pretty. Thanks for joining and watching, Betty. Ah, the sentiments, yes. Here you go, up close and personal. There's the sentiments. My heart is tied to yours. Tug if you need anything. Oh, it's awesome. Okay, ladies, thanks so much for joining me tonight. I hope you enjoyed the card that we made. And I posted the recipe and the measurements links in the comments. And if you're watching this on the replay or in my YouTube channel, it'll be in the description of my video. I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening, and please join me on YouTube tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock Pacific time. I'm going to do a card. Oh, it's Masculine Day tomorrow. I'm going to make you show you how to make a masculine card. And then tomorrow night at 8 o'clock, Paper Pumpkin unboxing. I hope you can join me. Thanks, everybody. Stamp and smiles, and bye for now.